Hello friends, in today's video I'm giving my living room a much needed tidy. I'm doing all the usual things like picking up the mess, sweeping and mopping, but I also do a bit of reorganization of all of our board games. I also throw in a little laundry motivation and a little dishes motivation. Make sure you stay till the end for that satisfying dirty water pour. So pop my video on your TV, tablet or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy! Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Hi friends! So if you remember in one of my last videos, I told you that we switched our ottoman and our coffee table. So we brought the ottoman up here and we took the coffee table downstairs to the family room in the basement. And I also told you I want to take my basket down there for blanket storage. So I'm going through our ottoman here. These are all of our board games, and then we keep all of our card games downstairs in the coffee table. But I'm just going through these board games and I don't get rid of any of them. They're all pretty much like right in the perfect age range for that our kids are, and you know, most of them are for like adults. But all I'm doing is I'm going to take the ones downstairs that we don't play a lot. Like we have the games that we play a lot, like Trivial Pursuit, Farkle, Battleship, Monopoly, stuff like that. I'm going to leave those up here, but I am going to create space in this ottoman for our blanket storage. And then once I take these downstairs, I'm going to store the games that we don't use a lot in the coffee table, and I'm going to put my basket downstairs so I can start keeping blankets in there. I thought that was the best use of not only the stuff I already own, but a way to save money. I didn't need to buy another basket for down there since I can store these blankets here in the ottoman. And of course, Mac, that boy was born to be a star. He is always getting in my camera, especially when I'm sitting on the couch, because they do like to jump up on the couch and like cuddle with me in the evenings. So they think as soon as Mama sits on the couch, it's time to jump up on the couch and cuddle. Introduce myself since we're just sitting here folding blankets. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls who live outside the home. They're 27 and 23. I have 3 boys who live in the home. They're 21, 17, and 16. Although my 21-year-old is a junior in college, so he's only here during long breaks. I also have 2 bonus boys. They're my 17-year-old twin nephews that I got custody of a while ago. On my channel, you're going to find cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration, a little bit of organization, decluttering, and even decorating inspiration. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live their life is their most perfectly imperfect self also. So if this sounds like content that you would enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you become part of my community. So when I had the boys bring the coffee table down here, I don't know if they put it backwards or since it's been down here, my older son my middle son, the oldest son that lives at home, he has had like a poker night. So I don't know if when they moved it, they just put it back wrong. But I have drawers on the one side of this coffee table where we keep our card games. And then I have these open shelves and they're perfect for these games. So like I said, these are the games that we just don't play as often, or they're more like something that if we only have an hour, we're not going to play, like the laser guns, you know. The boys are going to play that outside in the summer. We have like a skills game that the boys like to play with like their friends. So I brought the basket down and I'm just putting a couple blankets in here so that we'll have them when we're sitting down here watching movies. So that was like perfect, like the perfect solution, and I didn't spend any money. So these look like my oldest son's clothes, and I am just getting this first load out of the washer and we're going to stick it in the dryer. And then these clothes that I'm putting on top of the dryer here, I hang a lot of the boys' shirts and hoodies, so I just put them right there. So when I'm done emptying the washer and putting a new load in, I just flip around and hang them on my racks and stuff. And I have to tell you, friends, if you do not dry your clothes like this, like hang dry, you need to. It saves your clothes so much. And my boys have shirts that are like 4 and 5 years old that still look brand new because I don't dry them. And I apologize if you hear the dogs in the back. They have a toy that they're fighting over, so it's squeaking. Yeah, and barking. All right, let's hope they're done barking. But as I was saying, like I have shirts that look brand new. I have shirts that my oldest son probably got his freshman year of high school, and he is a junior in college now, that he has passed down to my youngest son, and they look brand new. The dryer really beats up your clothes. So we are just putting his second load into the washer here, and I had some sheets that I'd washed. So we're gonna bring them up here. I'm gonna throw some YouTube on the TV to give myself a little motivation to get these sheets folded. So friends, if you have a load of laundry, whether it's big or small, go ahead and grab it and just sit here and fold it along with me. Friends, I know a lot of people hate folding sheets, especially fitted sheets. It's not my favorite, but I mean, they're easy to fold. They're just a little bulky. Like you can't ever get them like really flat, but I don't mind folding them. I used to in my younger years, probably when I was like changing toddler sheets all the time, but I really don't mind it all that often anymore. So we're gonna get all these dog toys picked up in my living room. That's all I have nowadays, friends. I don't have like kids who leave toys. I do have dogs though that leave toys all over the living room. And I think I mentioned in my last video that I needed my TV stand centered with my window because we had the Christmas tree there. Well, my husband did it. I don't know when he did it, but I just remember coming up one day and he was like, "Oh, do you notice anything different about the TV?" And I was like, "Oh, you moved it." So I just had to move my lantern over there in front of the TV because it was just kind of off to the side floating. Of course, Mac and Harper are exactly like toddlers when I'm trying to clean up their toys. They don't want to put them away. So either they will try to fight me to get them out of my hand, or as you just saw there, Harper just stuck her nose right back in the basket, and I guarantee you she pulled out some toys. They are just like toddlers that way. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning at my desk here, but it's gonna be really boring because I'm just gonna go through paperwork. I've done it on video for you guys before. Like I said, it's super boring, so I'm just gonna do it off camera and then I'll show you what the area looks like after I clean it. I have cleaning videos on my TV so that I can keep myself motivated. I just made myself a coffee, so let's do this, friends. All right, here we go. So, did I mention this when I was showing you the before? I bought myself a new kind of organizer here. I hated having these piles of papers. Like this is my monthly papers that I get during the month that I just need to go through and either, like if we have a rogue, like medical bill, or like I don't get bills in the mail, everything is like paperless, but I do every once in a while get like a medical bill, or like I had a $2 balance on my credit card last year and they sent me a refund check. I have to keep like my receipts and stuff like that. So I did buy this on Amazon. I'll link it down below in case anyone wants it. It was really reasonable, but I wanted to get rid of my round one. It was just too cumbersome. And I was tired of having stacks of papers up here. I was tired of having stacks of papers up here. Oh, I still got a new printer. I like it so far. I've only used it a couple times. I'll let you know like after I use it multiple times. But yeah, so this is all clean. And now I'm gonna take you downstairs and switch my laundry, and then we're gonna come up here and vacuum. Oh, I don't think I turned this on.
Why are you biting her armpit?
So I came down and switched out modes 1 and 2, and I forgot to turn on mode 2. Luckily, it's not that full, so we're gonna add the third mode to it. So friends, have no fear. I am sure that I will declutter my desk again on camera for you guys at one point. I do want to give you some updates. It's been probably 2 weeks since I've had the printer and 2 weeks since I've had my organizer. I love them. They are chef's kiss. As I mentioned in the video, I was so tired of the piles of papers because I would just move that, like when I had to use the printer, I'd move it over to my other cabinets. When I had to do stuff on my other cabinets, I'd move it to the printer. And it just drove me nuts. Now in my old house, if you remember, my desk backed up to like the couch and I had a bench there, and I kept like storage bins under there, and that's where I kept those type of papers. Well, I didn't have that here because my desk is like it's against the wall, but it's so open behind there. So I was so happy with the organizer I got, and I did leave the link down below. It was really reasonable. I want to say it was like 25 bucks, and the printer is amazing. Now I use it primarily to print my scrapbooking pages because this type of scrapbooking I do, I'm doing all digital this year, and so I'm going to have to print 8.5 by 11 pages, and I printed I think like 6 or 7 of them. And the printer is wonderful. I love it so much. If you want the link, let me know. I'll throw it down below. I got it at Walmart. It was pretty reasonable. I want to say it was like 180 bucks. So yeah, just let me know. So we are just going in this kitchen. Friend, you know I have to always load the dishwasher no matter what. Even if I do nothing else during that day, we're such a large family that I have to load the dishwasher. So I just threw it in the video today, friends, just to give you a little motivation, because I'm sure a lot of you other people out there have to load your dishwasher every day. It's just something we have to do. So if you have to do it, go ahead and drag me out to the kitchen with you and let's load this dishwasher together. All right, we're gonna get this living room vacuumed. This is my Dyson Animal V10. I've had it almost 6 years, friends. It'll be 6 years this, I believe, March. We got it during the pandemic back in 2020. I got it on clearance at Lowe's. It is my favorite vacuum in the whole world. In fact, I almost bought a new Dyson over Black Friday because they had their V12 like half off. I mean, it was still like $500, friends, but I was like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And I didn't. I did not do it, friends. I thought about it for several days and I thought, Elizabeth, you just don't need it right now. If you need it next year during Black Friday, then maybe we can look at it. But I do love this Dyson. I have replaced the battery once. I want to say it'll be 2 years this February, I think. Or just 1 year this February. No, definitely 2 years this February, because I bought it in our old house and we've lived in this new house for over a year. It is still going strong. And I can tell that it's dying a little bit. but it's nowhere near what it was when I had to replace the original Dyson battery. I probably still have another year to 2 years out of it before it's like, I don't want to say useless, but like you can't sweep the whole house. So we're just getting this living room all swept up. You saw I swept my couches a little bit, and we're gonna switch around and do the, oh, those dogs, and do the office area too.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
So that little outburst of the dogs was Harper had some plastic in her mouth and Mackie was tattling on her because that was Mackie you heard barking. Oh, these dogs are so much like toddlers, it's not even funny. All right, friends, you know that I love to flip this chair over of my husband's and get under it with my sweeper, and then when I do come back in here and mop, I do flip it over again so that we can mop underneath it too.
You control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration, and if I make a mistake, it's called education.
So I want to take a minute and thank everyone who watched my last video where I reviewed the ADICOM mop that was sent to me. And friends, I told you in that video that I have used it several times since I got it, and I do use it in the end of this video, and it worked amazing on these hardwood floors. So much better than my wet dry mop. And friends, you know I love my wet dry mop. It just was so, like, we have so much coverage with rugs in here that I almost feel like it's not worth it to bring my wet dry mop out here to use it and then have to clean it. So when I used my new mop system out here, I was like, this is perfect. I can put just a little bit of water in it and I'm still getting all the clean water when I mop, and it's, you know, taking all the dirty water away before I mop the next section. And it was just really perfect. And the way the head swivels, I could get like into the narrow places, and it was just perfect, friends. So don't click out of this video just yet because I really, really enjoyed using my new mop on the floor here.
I live my life in my head like a...
So of course I'm just sharing the dirt and the dust and the grime with you guys. We have pups, we have 4 teenage boys, 2 other adults. What can I say, friends? We're always gonna have dirt and dust.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Friends, look how easy that mop head is helping me swivel around those desk legs. And that's the place where I really hated bringing my wet dry mop, is around the desk. And you just saw how easy that was. Just swiveling it, and easy, easy, easy peasy. And I mentioned in my last video that I couldn't really figure out the water when I wanted to show you guys like how it sprays. I will show you in this video how easy and how cool the spraying feature is on this mop and bucket. So I'm showing you right here how, look how this area always gets filthy because it's right between the living room and the kitchen and everyone walks on it. So here I'm gonna show you the mop, how it sprays. And you saw how dirty the mop was. Look at that dirty water it squeegees off. Look, after one swipe, how much cleaner it is. And I always do 2 or 3 swipes so I can get all the dirt and grime off of this mop. But you can see it's clean because now the water it's squeegeeing off is clean. Just amazing, friends, amazing. All right, we have about 2 minutes left. I'm just going to continue to mop this living room, and I'm going to give you the dirty water pour, so do not click out. But before I go, I want to ask you if you could do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it. It lets me know that you enjoyed it. It'll also let YouTube know that, hey, if someone else out there needs this type of cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration, that they might like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'd love to have you join my community. So until next video, friends, have a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye.